Hello, hello. Hi, Trace. How you doing? Hi, Squigs. Hi, Brandy. Yeah, I did too. Hi, Kushboo. Hey, Barbie64. How's it going? That's all right. I totally forgot about Zoom too. My neck was hurting so bad I went back to bed. Missed you too, Squigs. I'm glad you're back. I'm hanging in there, Barbs. I'm hanging in there. Yeah, my neck's a little better. It's still a little sore right here, but not as bad. I think somebody put the Maloik on me. Temporary setback. That's all. Temporary setback. Oh, that ain't good. Well, try to get some liquids in you and stay hydrated anyway. Drink some broth if you can. Hey, Shana. Everything's going good, thank you. I'm glad you're back. Hey, Tinkerbell. So I'm just going to wait till a couple more people come in. Please hit the like button if you've come into the room. Routine hasn't changed. You guys know what to do. So I was led today and pushed because I was just sitting relaxing watching TV. Had no ideas to come on YouTube today. I figured it's Sunday, it's Father's Day, leave everybody alone. A lot of people are grieving, wishing their father was here, and a lot of people have their father, so they're spending time with them, and that's a beautiful thing. Um, but Spirit just kept pushing me and pushing me and pushing me. So apparently, there's somebody who's coming to this live video. Maybe now, maybe later after it, if it once it posts too. I don't know. But there's somebody who's coming who was already here, who may have lost hope. Kind of has a lot of heavy doubts. Somebody's got a lot weighing on them right now. Um, yeah. So, oh, somebody's message is held for review. What's that? Oh, thank you. Yeah, you could show. Yeah, it's beautiful. I don't know why it'd be held for review. That's crazy. So anyway, there's still a couple of you that didn't hit the like button. Please hit the like button for me. Sometimes you got to pop out of the chat and pop back in to hit the like button. Yeah, there's definitely a lot to say. Um, okay. So, hi, Queen of Water. Yeah, that's okay. Hopefully, we're going to address that. So, what I want you guys to understand is you sometimes don't think about closing the book when bad things happen or when your life is complicated. Just turn the page and begin a new chapter. I need you to remember one thing, and that's the fact that you're the author and finisher here, along with God. You get to choose how your story ends. It's it's not so much pre-written for you. There's still an opportunity for you to change something, for you to stop something, for you to be able to control something, for you to have a different perspective of something. So it's really important. This overthinking that we do, for some of you, it's leading you right into depression. It's leading you right into, I don't want to go outside, even though it's beautiful out. I don't want to be outside. I don't want to be around people. I'm just going to stay in here. I'm just going to stay in my pajamas all day. I'm just going to do this and that. And all of that is about the struggle of, number one, keeping your faith. Us as humans, it's very hard for us to keep the faith when we can't see something. When we It's like when we imagine stuff. It's the same thing when we're trying to manifest. We're trying so hard to manifest the right partner or the money or the job or the career or whatever, but we don't believe it ourselves, which makes it almost impossible for it to come through. I mean, it's like sometimes there's people in your past that you've been involved with, and you wished that you could meet somebody again for the very first time so that you could just walk past that person because you already knew ahead of time what they were going to bring you. For some of you, the key to being happy is knowing that you have the power to choose what to do, what to accept, what not to accept, and what to let go of. Maturity talks about learning to walk away from people and situations that threaten your peace of mind, your self-respect, your values, your morals, and your self-worth. You got to know when it's time to walk away. And then it's kind of, there's an experience that you have to have. You have to have light with dark. There's just no way around that, no matter what. It's just like having the sunshine with the rain. Yeah, it's a must. A lot of times, you're always wanting to be that number one or that person's priority to others. But it's more important to be a priority to yourself. Learn to respect yourself and take care of yourself and become your own support system. Your needs do matter, but you have to start meeting them. Don't wait for others to choose you. You choose yourself first. That's one of the most important things that you can do. Now, for some of you, I know that you're strong because if you weren't strong and if you're doubting whether you're strong or not, don't. Because you've already made it through so many different storms. You've already gotten through a lot of heartbreak. It's like you got to the point for some of you in a relationship where you just said enough is enough. You got to the point where you got tired of trying. You got to the point where it just felt like you got tired. But I don't want you to get tired of being a good person. I don't want you to get tired of having a good heart and doing good things for other people. A lot of times we get taken advantage of. But you have to understand that don't allow other people to change the way you are. A lot of you are struggling because you're trying to find the person that you were before that relationship, before that heartbreak, before that family member that you lost, before all of it. You can't, that person really doesn't exist anymore. But you're going to be able to create this new person, which is really going to help you to understand where your new journey is beginning. A lot of you will find the happiest moment to be when you finally decide to let go of something, or you find the courage to let go of something that you can't change. When your past tries to call you, don't answer it, because it has nothing new to say. I'm promising you that. When your past tries to call you, whether it's for addiction, whether it's for old friendships, old boyfriends, old girlfriends, 9 times out of 10, doesn't have anything new to bring to the table. But I want to ask you, sometimes this negative thinking that you do, sometimes you've got yourself convinced that nothing's going to work out, that nothing's going to change, that you're always going to be single. But what if it turns out better than you ever imagined it could? What if, because you didn't quit, because you didn't stop trying, because you went above what you actually believed in, because your faith was weakened for a little while, but you decided, okay, I'm just going to push again. I'm going to make it one more day. And then the next day you're going to tell yourself, I'm going to make it one more day. And you keep doing that. But what if your plan that you thought was the perfect plan, which maybe didn't work out for you, what if it turns out better than you can imagine? What if the reason them doors shut was because these other doors were going to open with a bigger, better opportunity than you could ever imagine? What if all these things happening right now, good or bad, or in between, and you might see something right now as it's falling apart. You might feel like your whole world is falling apart. You might feel like you don't know the way up. You might feel like you got knocked down so far that you just don't even know which way to go from here. Maybe you're lost in a moment with the past, or reliving the horror that you had to go through. It won't last. Even though it feels really real still, even though it's not happening at the moment, even though it probably still haunts you right now. But you have to choose to let that go. Because the people that were involved in creating that problem, chaos, pain, feeling of abandonment, loneliness, whatever, they're out doing their thing. They're enjoying their days. They're with whoever, doing what they want to do. But like I said, maybe everything that you think is falling apart is actually coming together. See, sometimes, just like with the trees and the wintertime, all the leaves are gone. Looks like it's dead. All you see are the branches. Oh my God, it died. Why am I keeping this? It's a season. Seasons change. For us, our cycles change. People change. Life changes. Options change. Opportunities change. Doors open, doors close. The problem is you don't realize in the beginning when you meet these new people, or your new person, or your partner, You don't know right away if that person is only here for a season. They're here to teach you a lesson, or you're there in their life to teach them a lesson. Maybe it wasn't meant to be forever. But you have got to decide to find the good part of it. Well, when I was with them, we did have a good time. I did laugh a lot. I did get out of the house more. I did get to do this and that. And the lesson I learned was I shouldn't try to jump in so fast. I shouldn't try to think that I'm in love all of a sudden within 2-3 days. I'm just falling in love. Love takes time to build. Everybody wants to start dating and then immediately wants to be exclusive and immediately wants to be engaged and immediately wants to be married. It don't happen that fast. And if somebody's trying to do it that fast, they're either trying to get a citizenship from you, or they're trying to get some money from you, or something that's not good. But change is one of the biggest things that you're going to go through. And change, change is extremely uncomfortable. Change is not meant to feel comfortable because it's something different. See, you get very comfortable in these toxic relationships, and that's why you stay. Because you learn how to adapt to your surroundings. But the question is, why would you want to adapt to somebody not treating you well, to somebody disrespecting you? Maybe it's not even anything mean that's happening. Maybe you're just not feeling that vibration anymore. Maybe it's just not, they're not who you thought they were. Now, if you fight change, if you're resistant to change, then everything's going to stay the same. For a lot of us, patience is a very big word, and it is so hard for us to be patient. It's just like addicts in their addiction. They want the instant gratification of getting high or getting drunk. It's the same feeling. We all want instant gratification. We all go to the casino and expect to win the jackpot. We all play the lottery and try to do the scratch-offs. We all date somebody, and even if that person really wasn't amazing on that date or really wasn't what we wanted on that date, we still go on a second date and a third date with them because, well, we're bored and we're by ourselves and there's nobody else asking, so we might as well just keep going. Meanwhile, the other person's feeling you, but you're not feeling them. That's not fair to them, because then you're going to create heartbreak for them. Because when the right person does come along, you're going to leave that person and you're going to go with who you want to go with. But when they do that to you, then you get upset. See, but it's the same thing. You get back what you put out. For some of us, we fight change because it's so scary. For some of us, we want to convince our minds with our stinking thinking, so to speak, or our psychotic ways. We want to convince ourselves that somebody is more than what they really are. You want to believe that that person is who you thought they were from the beginning. See, the person that tried to charm you and get attached to you and get you to want to be with them, that person who tried really hard in the beginning and then stopped trying after a while, once they had you, then they made you want them more. Then they made you start to stress out. Then they came back, threw you a few more breadcrumbs, got you all happy again, made you feel so real and so wanted and so needed, and then they were gone again. And then you found out they were with somebody else, and then now you feel like you're in a competition. Now you want to do whatever you can to get them to stay. Now you want to pay their bills or pay their fines or cook their food or wash their clothes or put up with them cheating. Not saying a word when you know they're lying to you about something. Not wanting to argue. Just keeping your mouth closed. Because now you're in that panic mode, feeling like you did something wrong, feeling like you lost, feeling like the only way to win is to just give in to them. That's manipulation on their part. And when we're in that situation, it's very hard for us to see exactly what's happening at the time. Listen, when you try to change and you put up your boundaries and you try to do something differently, when you try to create a different habit, when you try to introduce maybe exercise now into your life, or going out and volunteering somewhere, or doing other things. A lot of you say, I don't have time, but actually you do. Some of you have children, you can take them with you. There's plenty of things that you can do to help out. But for some of us, it's so scary to change. It's so scary to have to learn how to do things without your partner that you had around. It's so scary to have to tolerate things on your own, come up with the answers. Sometimes you might question yourself. Sometimes you might feel like you're not doing it right. Sometimes it might feel like you're all alone. For some of you, it's a challenge. And yes, things are going to go wrong. Listen, it's just like when you get clean. Shit's going to happen. Bad things are going to happen. It's not going to be all perfect. Like people said, oh, when you're clean and sober, life will be so much better. It will be, because you'll be able to handle things and address things with all your faculties in place, rather than being under the influence of something and not being able to deal with anything in the right mannerism. Yeah, it definitely sounded like love bombing, correct? But shit's going to go wrong. And it more than likely will. Because even people who are clean and sober, who never do anything like that, deal with shit every day. Millionaires deal with shit every day. You guys got to think about things twice. You know, it's kind of like driving. You got to drive really careful in this life, because people will switch lanes on you without any signals. So you got to be really careful driving in this life. Sometimes we don't know where the road is going to lead us. Sometimes we're just driving down this long, windy road and we don't know where we're going. We don't know what our destination is. But all I can tell you for sure is that, you know what? Accept your past without regret. Because your past taught you so many lessons. Okay? You got through so much shit up until now. Whether it was health issues, whether it was relationship issues, whether it was financial issues. You got through so much to here that now your present you can face with confidence, and you can face your future without fear. Know that you're stronger than you ever give yourself credit for. You know, some people say, I'm done with trying to figure it out. Who was with her? Who was against her? Who's walking down the middle because they didn't have the guts to pick a side? She was done with anything that she didn't bring her peace. She realized that opinions were a dime a dozen, validation was for parking, and loyalty wasn't a word but a lifestyle. It was this day that her life changed, and not because of a man or a job, but because she realized that life is way too short to leave the key to your happiness in someone else's pocket. One morning she woke up. Again, she was done with trying to figure out who was with her and who was against her. I thought that was a pretty good saying. And instead of saying that I'm damaged, I'm broken, I have trust issues, which we can all say, right? You need to say, I'm healing, I'm rediscovering myself, I'm starting over. That's positive self-talk. It doesn't matter how slowly things are happening for you. It's happening, and that's all that matters. So when I'm giving you a reading and I'm telling you I see something better coming and I'm telling you something's going to work out, and you're not seeing the changes or they're not contacting you or whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter how slowly things are happening. The fact is, they're happening. Okay? Okay, Lucerne. Good idea. So you have to decide today whether or not you want to be happy. You have to decide if you're going to let other people decide whether you're happy or not. But everything right now in your life, whoever's watching this, whoever's here now, whoever comes on later, everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to, with hidden blessings that you'll soon understand. Sometimes what appears to be a problem is actually an answered prayer in disguise. Okay? Don't carry your mistakes around with you. Instead, place them under your feet and use them as a stepping stone to get above them. Okay? For some of you, it's time to be strong and to move on. It's time for you to be happy again. And you know if you stay in that position where you are, that's not going to happen. So many people love you. Don't focus on the people who don't. Stress comes from trying to do it all on our own. Peace comes from putting it all in God's hands. So as this title said about overthinking, overthinking will destroy your happiness and your mood. It'll take everything worse than it actually is. It will definitely feel like it's making everything worse than it really is. You got to just take a deep breath and exhale and have faith that what's meant to be will be. And what the universe wants to bring to you, it will. And what it wants to take away from you, it will. Because if you're not strong enough to take something away or push something away, the universe will take it from you. I promise you that. That's when that card comes up, the Tower Moment. And it's no doubt. Sometimes you have to select it, project it, expect it, and then collect it. Okay? That is one of the best messages that you could ever hear. Select it, project it, expect it, and collect it. Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that. For some of you, you're weighing out the options. You're trying to make a choice or decision. You're feeling quite stuck in the position that you're in right now. But be careful, because sometimes your mind plays tricks on you. You got to know and keep telling yourself that you matter. Your opinion matters. You got to know that you're loved. And your presence on this earth makes a difference whether you can see it or not. Listen, the lessons that we get in life can be really tough. They can be very difficult, as a matter of fact. The storms will come in, the storms will go out. But no matter how badly someone treats you, never drop down to their level. Remain very calm, stay strong, and walk away. Don't say anything. Silence is more powerful than any words, cuss words, anything that you could get out of your mouth and then make a difference. Sometimes you just have to stay silent because no words can explain what is going on in your mind and your heart. So sometimes it's like, you know what? They're not going to get it anyway. They're not going to understand me or understand what this is about. For some of you, there's things your partner doesn't even know. They don't know how bad you cried when they weren't around. They don't know how bad you cried after what they did to you. They don't know how bad you cried when you found out the truth about something. They don't know. Be careful who you trust and tell your problems to. Not everyone who smiles at you is your friend. Some of us like just to have the opportunity to say something or to tell something or to share something and believe that somebody else has our highest good. But sometimes that couldn't be further from the truth. Sometimes you can't trust who you think you can. And don't make excuses for nasty people when people treat you the wrong way. Because you can't put a flower in an asshole and then call it a vase. Okay? You can't put a flower in an asshole and then call it a vase. So true. I wrote so many things down for you guys. Thought it was so important. I kept being urged and budged and nudged to contact you. A strong person is not the one who doesn't cry. A strong person is the one who is quiet and sheds tears for a moment and then picks up the sword again and fights again. So you'll have that moment to get your breath, to get yourself together, and then you're just going to turn around and you're going to face it again. So whatever dilemmas, problems, challenges, fears, worries, whatever it is you're going through right now, life is never easy. So whatever comes to challenge you, be firm, be steadfast, and be the bravest that you can be. You can cry, you can feel upset, but never lose hope. Never give up, and always remember that with God, nothing's impossible. When you have that higher power, nothing's impossible. For some of you, maybe God isn't your answer. Maybe right now it's not. Maybe right now you feel like God let you down. Maybe you lost a loved one and you want to know why God couldn't save that person. Maybe you're mad at God right now and He understands that. But all God wants you to do is to remember that you don't have to be better than anybody else. The only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. That is it. The only person you need to be better than is the person that you were yesterday. Some of you are unaware of just how amazing you really are. The way you make people laugh, the way you lift others up, the way you spread some extra love around. You do this even though you're struggling and you're trying to fight through every moment of every day. And I think it makes you such a beautiful human being that you find the strength to comfort others when you yourself need that hug, need that comforting. You know, when your angels sense that you need them Angels always do. They'll come like unseen from everywhere to help, to comfort you. But sometimes you do have to call on your angels and let them know, yes, I need your help. You know, for a lot of you, because you have depth, passion, magic, and sometimes a lot of complexity, it scares people. Maybe it scares your partner. Maybe it scares your friends. For some of you, you're dealing with people maybe that are small-minded. But when you're accustomed to the shallow, then the deep will always be intimidating. So, she who knows who she is, and it's okay if you don't. In other words, if other people aren't on your level, if other people seem more shallow, and they're afraid of your depth because you've gone above and beyond, or you've gone through things that they've never even imagined, know who you are. Know who you are. Know your power. Okay? Even the nicest people have their limits. Don't push people too far, and don't try to reach those limits with them people, because the nicest people can also be the scariest people once they've had enough. So in other words, don't mistake somebody's kindness for weakness, okay? Really important. Now, you have to understand that we're not all in the same boat. We are all in the same storm. But some of us have yachts, some of us have canoes, and some are drowning. So that's when I say, just be kind to everybody. You don't know what they've been through. You can't possibly walk in the shoes that they've worn. Thank you, Queen. For some of you, help whoever it is you can help. Maybe there's a reason that you're going through what you're going through, because you're going to end up meeting up with somebody who's going to go through the same shit. But again, maybe they're in a canoe and you had a yacht to get through with it. Or maybe you got through it with a canoe and they're just drowning. Maybe they don't have a canoe. Maybe you can lend them a canoe of yours, meaning that you can lend them some of your strength and encouragement. But I know for a fact that many of you have been through so much shit, and I know you can pick out something. If I asked every one of you right now in here to pick out something that was really difficult, that you never thought you'd make it through, or you never thought you'd be able to deal with it, or you never thought you'd be able to get past it, or you never thought you'd be able to accept it. I promise you, every single person on here has been through something. It's impossible for you not to have. You ain't got to be a psychic to know that. But worrying doesn't take away tomorrow. And it doesn't take away tomorrow's troubles. It only takes away today's peace. So while you sit here and you worry about what's coming tomorrow, you're losing the peace that you could have had today. Because you can't do shit about a day that's not here yet. And you can't do shit about yesterday, because that's done. Can't change it. Can't take back words that were already spoken. Only thing you can do is stay in the present where you are right now. And enjoy this present right now. Some of you might be saying, well, my electric shut off tomorrow. Well, today it's on. Read a book, enjoy yourself, enjoy the light today. No matter what the hell you're going through right now. Trust me, I'm number one worry wart. I worried myself to a heart attack. God's truth. It's the God's honest truth. My hand to God. It's the God's honest truth. Worried myself sick. What if? What if I wasn't here anymore? What if I wasn't here to talk to all of you and have all of you in my life as well? I'm so blessed to have all of you. Right, Squiggly? Yes. Our pets are our angels, our little puppies, our little kitty cats, birds, everything. Everything of God's creatures are so beautiful and helpful. Thank you, Tracy Trace. I'm so grateful to have all of you in H&G family. Subscribers, members, I don't care. I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you showed up. And if today's your first day, then welcome into the family. Because that's what we do here. That's what we do. For a lot of you, we have to ask God sometimes to grant me the serenity to stop beating myself for not doing things perfectly, the courage to forgive myself that I'm working on doing better, and the wisdom to know that you love me just as I am. And that's it's amazing prayer. That prayer breaks me into tears every time I say it. But you know, in life, you will fall out with people that you never thought you would. Maybe family members, best friends, co-workers, bosses. It's like you get betrayed by people who you trusted with all of your heart. And you get used by people that you would have done anything for. And that's just part of life. Everyone is not going to be the same. You're never going to get you from them. Again, you're never going to get you from them. There can never be another you. It's like, did you ever throw something away that you accidentally did and you're like, damn, I needed that. Why did I throw that away? This happens with relationships too. Thank you, Payman. It happens with relationships. It happens with family members. It's like later on down the road, you start saying, you know, I wish they were still in my life. We did have good times. We did talk a lot. We went through a lot of things together. You know, a lot of people say, I chose to be sober because I wanted a better life. I stay sober because I got one. Yeah, because you got a life. With progress, you might not be where you want to be, but you're definitely not where you used to be. Definitely not. Life is way too short to spend another day at war with yourself. You guys, you're so hard on yourself. You're always pointing the fingers at yourself. Hi, Tammy. For some of you, you don't believe that you can make it to the next level. For some of you, you're competing and comparing yourself to another person. Listen, you're running your own race, baby. You're running your own race. And nobody can beat you in that race because of the fact that it's your race. They're running their own. Yeah, sometimes, like I said, people cross into your lane. Just guide them back to their own lane because they're not for you. Be strong enough to stand alone and smart enough to know when you need help and brave enough to ask for it. See, to ask for help, you think, oh, I don't want to act like I need help. I don't want to be needy. I don't want to act like a simple ass. I don't want to act like, you know, I'm a sorry ass. Be strong enough to stand alone, but be smart enough to know when you need help and be brave enough to ask for it when you need it. Saying goodbye to drugs and alcohol be the best goodbye that you ever said. Strive for progress and not perfection in your relationships, in your situationships, in your family, even in your job. Recovery is an acceptance that your life is in shambles and you have to change it. Surround yourself with people who get it. Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. So all of us, whether you're in addiction or not, rock bottom is for real. Rock bottom when you lost your job or you can't pay your bills or you gambled the money away or you smoked your money away, whatever you did with your money. But you know what? When you finally hit that point, even in a relationship, hey Jay, in a relationship where things aren't working out, and you keep trying and trying and trying, but you know, both of you have to be trying in a relationship. One person can't keep that boat afloat. It's not possible. Don't get me wrong. In a relationship, there's a 50-50, there's a 100-100 even, because there's days when you can't give 100%, and you tell your partner, hey, listen, I need you to cover me today because today I'm not feeling that good. I don't think it's going to be too good today. And they're like, look, babe, I got you. I'll put in your 50%, plus I'll do 100. We'll be 150 today. I got you. And it has to be the same thing when your partner says to you, listen, today I'm having a pretty shitty day. I had a bad day at work. I just don't want to be bothered. I don't want to do the dishes. I can't cook. Guess what? I got you covered. We're good. Today I'm actually a little good, so you know what? I can cover your end today. And then there might be a day where you both say, we can't do this shit. That's when you both just say, you know what? I'm going to go in my room. I'm going to go down here in the den and watch TV. Somebody's going to turn on football. Somebody's going to go up and read a book. So when you give each other the space. You know what? At the end of the day, you're going to bed. So you know what? Tomorrow's going to be a better day for both of us. Give yourselves a kiss goodnight, and that's it. So, you know, never be a prisoner of your past. It was just a lesson. It was not a life sentence. It was never meant to be a life sentence for you. Don't own that title now. And don't let nobody put that title on you. They always say you want to find out who your friends are, get sober. Get sober. You'll find out. Most of the things that we worry about are things that won't even matter to us in a few months from now. Do you realize that some of the shit, exactly, Queen, some of the shit that we worry about ain't going to mean a shitting thing to you in 2 months from now. It's not. You know, a lot of you talk about wanting to have integrity. And integrity is doing the right thing even when nobody's watching. Because a lot of us, we want to impress the boss, we want to do this, we want to do that. We're just trying to impress whoever. It's even more impressive when you do it when nobody's watching. Love all, trust a few, and do wrong to no one. Live by those things, and that will help you to stay strong. You know, strong is what happens when you run out of weak. Yeah. And strong is what happens when you run out of weak. It's the truth. You got no other choice, do you? When all the shit hits the fan, you reach for every straw to get help. Feel weak. Feel at a loss. Yeah. Perhaps the butterfly is proof that you can go through a great deal of darkness and still become something beautiful. Do you know how long it takes for that butterfly to stay in that cocoon in the dark? The butterfly is proof that no matter how long you stayed in that darkness, you still are going to find your way out and become something so beautiful, and you're going to feel so good about yourself. So trust and believe that. All of us are definitely passionate about butterflies. All of us. But I have to say, because of my H&G family, because of you, I laugh a little harder. I cry a little more sometimes, a little less sometimes, but I smile a whole lot more. So I thank all of you on H&G family for going through the ups and downs, going through my health issues, going through my family issues, going through everything with me at the same time. Because you know, it's funny that, I don't know, sometimes people see you because you're gifted. They think that you don't go through shit. Trust me, I got my share of shit and some more. My share of shit and some more. Oh, nice, Tammy. So, I appreciate every single one of you. This message had to come out today. It was really important. It was important to know that, you know, like I said in the beginning, what if all the shit that you think is so hard and so bad and so awful right now, what if it all just turns out better than you could ever imagine? What if all these things happening right now, good, bad, or indifferent, what if you see it as falling apart, but it's actually falling together? How excited are you going to be when you realize that, yeah, you know what? The way you thought it was going to fucking turn out didn't turn out that way. What you thought they were going to fucking do, they didn't do. When you thought it was going to happen, it didn't happen. But when it did happen, you were surprised. You didn't expect it. Certain things are supposed to be a surprise. Certain things are supposed to be exciting. Certain things are supposed to make you feel so good. So do me a favor, my friends. Don't lose hope just because you can't see what's going on. You know, if you look at that picture behind me, that picture up there of my grandson, can you see it right there? He's walking down that path. That's my grandson walking down that path. And when you look at that picture, he doesn't know where he's going. His dad is a little bit behind him, letting him walk in front of him. It's the first time at that park. He doesn't know where he's going. He doesn't know what's in front of him. But he's excited and willing to take the challenge, to keep going forward, to learn, to pay attention to everything that's around him. Same thing when I look at my daughter's picture underneath of him. Never did I think that that little girl would turn out looking like that girl. Never did I think. Never did I think that that's how that would turn out. We don't know what God's going to bring us. We know that there's one key. There's one key to unlock our hearts, to love ourselves. We hold that master key. And that's exactly why I hung that key up. To always remind my daughter, my grandson, myself, that I hold the key to my own happiness. And I'm not going to let somebody else keep my key in their pocket and decide whether I'm going to be happy today or not. I'm going to accept thank you payment. I'm going to accept what comes, good or bad. I'm going to face whatever I have to face head on. I'm not going to run from anything. And I'm definitely going to realize that whatever happens is for my highest good. Whatever's taken out of my life is not because I wanted it to happen. It's because the universe felt that's what was needed. It's important for you guys to stop settling. Because a lot of you are in a relationship where you still feel alone. So you might as well just be alone. Yeah, there's days where it sucks really bad. Trust me when I tell you. And there's other days where I just can sit and look around my place and go, God, I'm so glad I don't have a whole lot, but what I got is mine. I'm so glad that I have a place to be. I could be on the streets. I could be in a hospital. I could be in a nursing home. I could be in a rehab. I could be in jail. I could be anywhere. Listen, we all have the capability to go to jail, to do all kind of stuff. But choices. We all have choices. You know, it's funny. As somebody had said to me about, you know, don't you want a partner in your life? Want? Yes. Need? No. I'm very independent. I take care of myself. I do what I got to do. I'm grateful my daughter came and took care of me when I had my heart attack. I'm so grateful for that. Thank God. Now I see why 32 overdoses on heroin. And now she hasn't used heroin in I don't know how many years. Thank God. Thank you for that, God. But all those overdoses and she didn't die. I guess because God knew I was going to need her. And she came through because she was clean and sober and able to come through. It's so difficult sometimes for all of us to push through sometimes. Sometimes we're real quick and sometimes we want to judge our partners or judge certain people or certain things, the way they do something, or they didn't do it fast enough, or they didn't do it good enough, or they don't wash the dishes as good as we do, or they didn't clean up like we would. Instead of just appreciating that they tried. Always trying to find fault with something, and you know what? It's just not worth it. It's so not worth it. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Brandy. Yeah, it's just not worth it. You know, life is not worth the struggles that we put in it. Sometimes we make our life harder than it has to be. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Donna French. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. Appreciate that. Thank you, Squeaks. So yeah, like I said today, I just got pushed so hard to come here and to tell you what this overthinking does. And this thinking makes us create stories that don't even exist. Sometimes we think of things because we need an answer in our mind to be able to just understand something. So we're going to come up with something like, oh, okay, they're not here because they're with somebody else. Or they're not here because they lied and this and that. It's so much easier to make an excuse than it is to accept something for what it really is. I don't know why I don't know why my internet went out for a second. A more spiritual life can be a harder walk, but big rewards that are spiritual. Yes. Very true, LAG. Very true. How you doing, LAG? I haven't seen you for a while. God bless you. How you doing? Right, Tammy? You've done great. Lynn says she can relate. When we love our homes, we love our peace. Exactly, LAG. Exactly. And you know, do I have everything in here that I want? No. Don't I wish I had a nice big TV? Yeah. Don't I wish I had a TV in my bedroom? More than anything. I just want to give me a little 40-something inch TV for my bedroom so I can lay in my bed and watch TV once. But I can't move this one. I tried putting this one in the bedroom. And then when I want to be out here in the living room, I didn't have a TV out here. I'm like, I need another TV. But wanting and needing, it's not on my spending list, so to speak. So I can want a TV. But I don't need a TV. I have one. And that's enough. I used to tell myself I didn't want a TV in my bedroom because I wanted that to be peaceful. No electronics in there, no nothing. Just to sleep. But then I was doing my meditations in there and then found that I could put that on from my phone onto the TV and watch watch the ocean waves on my television. I thought that was great. But that didn't happen. Anyway. Every day life is going to teach us a lesson. Every day, no matter what, you can find there was a lesson in that day of something. We are here on this earth, this planet, to learn lessons. You don't remember your past lives. You may never. You don't even have a clue of what your next life is going to be about. Nope. But you have to trust and believe that the lessons that you're trying to get through right now and learn right now are really important, that you try to pass them. Try to pass them so you don't have to bring them in the next lifetime. It's like, I know you won't remember this from your next life, but if you can do it now with the hopes that your next life will be better and easier, because you'll have different lessons to go through in that next life. But I trust me and believe that if you stay true to yourself, when the moments get really hard and the devil comes in to tempt you to do something that you know is going to set you in a spiral, out of control effect, do whatever you got to do to get away from that devil's temptation. I don't care I don't care if it's get in your car and drive. I don't care if it's get in your bed and go to sleep. I don't care if it's go take a shower. I don't care if it's doing like this and tapping, because that helps too. I don't know what it is that you're going to do, but do something. Do not give in to the devil. And when the devil sees you doing really well, he's going to come at you hard. And he might even come at your family members. He might even come at your family members. He could come at your family members. He could come at you. He could come at anybody. The fact remains that you have to stay strong, because you got to remember one thing. You were blessed before the devil tried to curse you. Okay? So your Father, God the Father, happy Father's Day, God, you were blessed, and you're supposed to be here, and you have a purpose, and people do believe you matter. I guarantee there's somebody who would be lost if you weren't here, okay? So please don't ever give up on yourself. Thank you, Luna. Don't ever give up on yourself. Please. No matter what, don't give up. And for those of you who have parents on the other side, not with you, here on this earth, like me, know that they can validate and see everything that you're doing. They see when you put flowers on their grave. They hear when you talk to them. They know when you're trying really hard. They know when you're down. They know when you're crying. They know when you're sad. They know all of it. Exactly, Amber. I'm here for you. So, yeah, and Tammy, yes, the devil has many disguises. Many disguises. Even people come in wolf's clothing. I mean, of sheep's clothing, right? But a wolf with sheep's clothing. Temptation is always around you. It's always going to be. Just like when you're trying to quit drinking, there's alcohol everywhere. Trying to quit smoking, everybody's smoking. Trying to be on a diet, everybody's inviting you for dessert. It is the truth. We always want what we can't have. Just like relationships. We don't think we can have our partner no more. We want them, we miss them, we're begging for them, we're trying to manifest them. We're asking 20,000 psychics, are they coming back? Are they coming back? Are they coming back? We always want what we can't have. Oh, I believe it, Trace. I believe it. Your mom was sure around. And your dad's always around. But you're welcome, Luna. But you know what, you guys? Know you're worth it. And I'll tell you what, once you push that devil away a few times, or just say you rebuke him with Jesus' name, he'll leave. He'll leave. When you say, God's got me, and you can't get me because God has me protected, he'll leave. He might come back later and try again, say the same thing. Yes, I have. Tracy, I have. I love her. I wish I would have met her. I love her. Okay. Yeah, who has to leave? Scott has to leave, or the devil? Who are you talking about? The devil has to leave when you ask him to. When you tell him that God says, yeah. The devil has to leave. Because God's in charge. He's stronger. Yes, definitely. Yes, she is. I love her. Lots of energy. Love her. But anyway, you guys, I hope you have a rest of your Sunday, a good Sunday. I want you to use this video for encouragement. I want you to remember that I said to stay strong. Don't quit. Because you know what? Every time I want to quit, I think about you guys. So every time you want to quit, think about me. I know that tomorrow may not be perfect, but it's going to be better. And every day that we take another step and another step and another step, meaning another day, another day, another day, every day something is getting closer and something else might be having to leave. And that's okay. Thank you, Trace. But all of you believe in yourself. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not a priority. And don't be anybody's option. Ever. You're better by yourself. Some people out there don't care about other people's feelings when they're manipulating or tricking or trying to hurt you. Or they're gaslighting, whatever the case may be. And if it's ever a safety issue, get the hell out fast. Once somebody is going to hurt you physically, it's going to happen again. So be very careful, okay? Every day is definitely an opportunity for something better to come. Definitely. Thank you, Lynn. Oh, I'm glad, Tracy. Richard passed away, was keeping your mind and your heart flowing. I really think it was that he gave me the message before I knew he passed. Really, Lucerne? Beautiful. Beautiful. Hi, Annette. I'm sorry you missed it. Today is the first Father's Day since my father's passing. Luna, you're welcome. Yeah, Shelly P. too. Shelly Prescott's father too. He just passed away about 30-some days ago. Hi, Tiger's Eye. Wow. My father passed in 2004. And it still brings tears to my eyes today, real fast. Matter of fact, right before I came on here, I was talking to him. So it was really cool. Thank you, Donna French, beautiful girl. Thank you. So you guys, while you're on here, does anybody have any questions? Any yes or no questions that you want me to answer for you? Yes or no questions? Oh, 94. Yeah, see? Still hurts. Doesn't get a whole lot easier. Oh, payment, beautiful. Thank you. 2015. Oh, man. You know, I think it's us girls, too. Well, the boys, too. The boys were really close, usually, with their fathers. But the boys and the moms usually were tighter, and the little girls and the dads were usually pretty bonded. You're welcome, Tammy. Thank you. Okay, Squigs, you can ask a question. You can answer a yes or no question. Tracy, yes. Yes. He's taking it slow, though. He's feeling that vibe, yes. But we're just waiting him to put it in action. Brandy Lee, it could be before Christmas, Brandy Lee. There may be a plan for you to move in with somebody else before Christmas, but you want to make sure that person is good. You know what I'm talking about? Like good, like real good. Payment, I see a conversation between you and Jay coming real quick, and it talking about meeting up. I don't know whether it happens or not, but I see he's talking about meeting up. Oh, he's the owner of the company you work for? Cool. Very nice, Tracy. Good job. Yeah, good job. Luna, thank you so much. Oh, yeah, I hit a button. Sorry. Uh, is Juan from work going to ask me out anytime soon? I feel like so. Yes, Squiggly. Yes. Oh, I don't know, Tracy. I wouldn't worry about that because you're a doll baby. I wouldn't worry about that. You're smart and cute. Um, Lynn, I definitely would work with the out-of-network doctor. Would not go with somebody who doesn't have experience. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's an elective surgery in the first place, so absolutely not. Nope. Sure, Luna. Go ahead, honey. Ha, Squigs, it's cute. Hi, Angelique's. How you doing? It's been a while. Yes, I've done it. Is actually going to get much better between you and him. Yeah, but just don't ask too many questions. It'd be better off. That's nice, Squigs. I love it. Very much so, Tammy. Very much, and definitely likes your outfit. Heck yeah. Very much so. Yeah, Donna, it is going to get better. Yes. Yeah, and within 3 months, I think it'll get better. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad to see you. I'm doing okay. My heart attack, I came back strong. I'm good so far. We'll see. I go back to the heart doctor in August. You're welcome. You're welcome, Donna. Yeah, tell your daughter, keep staying there. Keep staying there. She'll be all right. He didn't have to. You could tell the way he looked at you. His eyes went up and down. You're welcome, Squeaks. You're welcome, Donna. My pleasure. Yeah, your daughter's a good worker. She's definitely going to be okay. There's also something new going to come for her soon. Something new, probably around October. She may have a new opportunity, and I hope she takes it. You're welcome. You're welcome. Luna, is there love coming in for me with someone I know? I don't feel like it's somebody you know. I feel like the person who you do think likes you and thinks is going to be with you is not the person who's going to be with you. The person who's going to be toward you is somebody you have not met yet, but they're about to come into your circle in 2 months. Within the next 2 months. Within the next 2 months. Cranky, yes. Finally starting to go in the right direction. You're welcome, Donna. My pleasure. Tammy, yes, you will. Yep, because you know what, Tammy? You're so flexible, but you're so well versed that you'll be good in any position. But I feel like you can't mess up and trust the fact that whatever you decide is where exactly you're supposed to be. Just like where you're at right now is exactly where you're supposed to be. And when you take that new position, that's exactly where you're supposed to be. Kelly J, yes. Yes, Kelly J. Maybe September. Thank you, Angelique. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It was scary. Really scary. Really scary. I didn't know if I was going to go that night, but I definitely felt like I left for a little while and then came back to my body. I definitely had a out of body experience for a minute. It was crazy. All right, tonight I'm going to be trying to come on and show you the spirits that are in my house. And hopefully they'll show up and act up for you so you can see them. So I'm going to try to come on live YouTube tonight. Might be late, might be 10 o'clock. But it's I'm gonna write on this description that watch the spirits in my house. So come on in and join me. This ought to be fun. Squiggly, yes. Yeah, these damn spirits sometimes. Thank you. Thank you, Angeliki. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be back. All right, Tiger's Eye. So I hope you guys all come in and come and watch it. Oh, Julie calls you Miss Heaven. Aw. Oh, tell her I love her and give her a smooch for me. And I'm so proud she's all graduated up. Oh, Annette, honest, well, come on in and I need your help tonight then. Come in. Come in tonight, Annette. You know what, Brandy Lee? I have another person on here. I don't know if she's on here right now, but she has them always tapping her. Always tapping her. It's crazy. Brandy Lee, I need you to text me, okay? Because I want you to talk to Alicia. I want you to talk to her about what you feel. So, Brandy Lee, can you text me? You got my number? Missed you too, Squigs. Yeah, Brandy, her too sometimes. Yep, like what the hell? Oh, yeah. Thank you, Luna. Me too, thank you. Brandy, write this down. Tell me when you're ready and write it down. No, as a matter of fact, one of my moderators, write my phone number down and then delete it. One of my moderators, write my phone number down and then delete it. Ah. I don't know why it doesn't let heart show on here. That's crazy. Hi, K Powers. Hi. Okay. Yeah, because nobody's writing it. 609. Squiggly. Squiggly, type my phone number. Or Cranky. One person, type my phone number and then delete it. LAG. Before Christmas, the house will be sold. You got it, Brandy? And then you can delete it, Squiggly. Thank you. Brandy, you got it, right? Cranky, delete that now. Thank you, baby girls. Thank you, my Smurfs. Thank you, thank you. Now you're my purple Smurfs. You used to be blue, now the wrenches are purple. Yeah, I don't feel like you'll have trouble selling that house at all, really. I really don't. I feel like one person might try to get it, but something doesn't go through, and the second person will get it. Hi, Clara. You just missed the whole big old thing. Was great. Okay, Brandy, yeah, text me. Oh, my neck. Oh, somehow I need to crack my neck. All right. Well, I'm going to jump off of here. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Come back tonight. Look for when I'm going to post that we're going to watch the spirits in my house. Hopefully Annette will come in as well so that she can help me with moderating and to see what goes on in here at nighttime. And I'm going to keep it dark except my Christmas tree light, which is always on. Is always on. So no matter what, that's always on. But you'll see. You'll see. All right, see you guys tonight. Okay, I hope you do get to watch it. All right. Oh, good night from Greece. Good night, honey. Be safe. All right, you guys. I love all of you. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I hope I see you tonight. All right, Brand, you got it, honey. Oh, thanks, Annette. Yeah, I go crazy for him. All right. See you guys later on. 10 o'clock.